Welcome back. More creepy and weird TikToks. Let's do it.
Gog and Magog. You didn't know that's what the ancient Great Wall of China really was? You didn't know it was built to keep giants out? Gog of Magog, by the way, and other giants in the land of Tartaria, Tartarus, sort of a Nephilim prison connection there, is what the wall was for. You may have even seen recent videos that show the wall where the side between what is now China and Russia, where the bow and arrow slits really were. They were facing towards China. They were defending something coming from over there, which ancient legends tell you were giants. Gog and Magog, also called Juj and Majuj in Muslim mythology, will also make their return at the end of time. And when they do, they're going to swallow up all the water. This makes me think of Revelation, when one of the trumpets is blown. Fallen angels are released from underneath the Euphrates River when it dries up. Sounds a lot like Juj and Majuj, somehow drying up the Euphrates River and then coming across. Giants with magical powers. That's what the wall was built for. Also, there are two wars of Gog and Magog. One is referred to the Gog of Magog. It seems to be pre-tribulation and probably what starts the tribulation. And one is at the end of the millennial reign. Why I say the war of Gog and Magog probably starts the tribulation is because you see that there's a 7-year treaty where they pick up weapons and clean up dead bodies. That's probably the same 7-year treaty that the tribulation is based off of. Lots more coming on Revelation, including, in my opinion, the definitive timeline. Also, if you check out old maps, anything that was beyond the Great Wall of Gog and Magog, you see words besides Tartarus references. You'll see lots of Nephtalia, Nephal, Nephilim, names of places. That's why. That was the land of giants. And even around the Ring of Fire, there probably was a land that they called Atlantis or Mu that was destroyed. Probably why the Ring of Fire is there. Just totally sunk down. The mysterious realm, hiding giants, hiding the real history. What else don't they want you to know?
This stuff blows my mind because it could be completely like alternate reality, or alternate history that we don't know. And clearly China didn't build that. If they're putting the slits facing China, surely someone that was there before China built that.
What the hell?
It's obviously his mate.
Mais je pense que le professeur ne va pas
A real
venir
cannibal.
aujourd'hui. Donc je retourne à la maison.
I mean, fair, that could be. Oh, I've seen this. You could literally see the man behind him. Oh, come on. You gotta try harder than that. As above, so below.
Scary facts you wish you never knew.
CNN has had a pre-recorded broadcast from the 90s, which they will premiere during the end of the world.
I don't like that.
A mysterious unknown Russian radio station has been broadcasting a strange buzzing, punctuated by intermittent code words, since 1973. Typing 444 will turn on TikTok's dark mode. There is a shack called the Devil's Toy Box in Louisiana, and for some reason people who go in lose their mind. Do you know the tingly feeling you get when you eat a pineapple? Well, that's because the pineapple is eating you. It has an enzyme called bromelain, and that enzyme eats meat, which you're made of.
What the
23% of children under the age of 13 have experienced auditory illusions, meaning they've heard voices. Sharks have been around for 420 million years, meaning they have survived all 4 big mass extinctions, making them older than dinosaurs, Mount Everest, and even some trees on this planet.
If you came here to kill me, clap your hands. Well, that wasn't clapping your hands. That was more like just, okay, I'm so...
What am I looking at? What am I looking at? That's not paranormal. It looks like murder.
So the Earth is spinning every day, but it's also going around the sun at the same time. You catch? That's what they tell us. That one spin is one day, and then a full spin around the sun is 1 year. Okay? And so here we are, January 1st, right here. And when it's daytime, we're looking at the sun. The sunlight is coming from here. So the sunlight is lighting up the Earth this way. And then when it's nighttime, you're looking out this way. You're looking out at outer space this way, okay? And so you're seeing the stars that are out here, this direction, because it would be impossible to see the stars over here because you got the sun in the way, right? Okay. All right, now it's springtime. So we're over here. And now that it is springtime, say April 1st, and we're looking at the sun, daytime, we're looking this way. And at nighttime, we're looking that way. All the stars at this side of the universe. And now let's go a full 6 months. So it's like July 1st, June 1st, July 1st, now we're on the other side of the sun, right? And so daytime, it's lighting up this, and then it goes over to nighttime. Now you're looking at that side of the universe, right over here. A whole new set of stars, right? Because, 6 months. It took 6 months to get to the other side of the sun. So it should be all new stars, right? All new constellations. No, it's not. The same stars, constellations, and planets that you see over here 6 months later are the exact identical stars, constellations, and planets. How is that possible? Because when you're over here, you're looking at this side of space. And you can't look over here because the sun's blocking it. You can't look that way because the sun's blocking it. And so 6 months later, supposedly you're on the other side of the sun now. And now you're looking at that side of space. How are the stars and constellations and planets on this side identical to the stars, constellations, and planets on that side? It makes no sense because it's a lie. I mean, hopefully you stuck with me there.
I'm with it. I'm not a flat earther, but I'm beginning to think that we might be fixed. We might not necessarily be flat, but we might be fixed. It seems the sun and the moon move, not us. I'd love to know the percentage of the world that truly, truly believes that we're flat, because a lot of people are probably scared to admit that they think it, or at least they doubt it these days.
Mate, the footage I'm about to show you, will cause you to soil your anti-loons, mate. Look at this, This is a nighttime sky watch. I think this is coming out of the UK, right? So we've got some representations here. We've got the birds, we've got the satellites, an aircraft here, and you see a shooting star and another satellite, right? And look at the state of this last object, right? Check this out. There you go. It's pinging over there. You can see there. And then it pulls the dirtiest right-hand turn you ever see in your life, mate. Look at the state of that, look. Whoop. What? I'm going to zoom in and enhance it for you. So we
that's not possible with our technology.
Look at this thing, mate. This ain't messing
from
around.
What we know of.
What is that, bruv? Jesus. Mate, if that was a human that did that, we'd turn into red paste on the side of the wall. Look at the speed of that. Oh, mate, you guys let me know what you think. What?
Alien or drone, no person.
And time is an illusion. It doesn't exist. Once you understand that you are the source of everything and that time is an illusion, that you are the creator and creation is finished, you will collapse the time between now and when your desire manifests. Everything is here and now in different states. Listen to what I am saying. Really listen to what I am saying. Do not doom scroll or whatever the other bullshit that other people do on TikTok. Pay close attention to what I'm going to tell you. It's the most important thing that anyone has ever told you. Everything you desire to experience is here and now. It exists in different states of visibility or invisibility. And what makes it visible or invisible to you is the frequency and vibration that you are embodying, your knowledge of who you are, and not as an identity, but as the creator. The more you understand yourself as the creator, the more those things that are invisible that you desire to experience that are all here now will become visible to you. Don't ever forget what I just told you. This requires a complete paradigm shift for the way that you have been brainwashed. Okay, everything I'm teaching you is the exact opposite of everything you've been brainwashed to believe is true.
Wow. Don't ever Forget what he just told you. Oh shit, what's gonna happen?
Now, I came outside, I heard the ducks in the duck pen here just carrying on. So I ran in to get my shoes, came back out, and I hear something taking off through the brush out here. Sounded quite large. And I get up to the coop, door is wide open. I don't know what this stuff is coming down the side.
What the hell?
But I got in here, took my ducks. Looks like it took 2 of them. Yeah, I don't know what the hell it was, but it sounded quite large. And I'm wondering if these things are coming up right by the house again. Oh, shit. Yep. Guys, I gotta go back in and grab a gun. Yep, they're back by the house once again.
Man, I want to live in a big farm and stuff, but I don't want to be dealing with stuff like this.
America is going to space again, and we're going there to stay.
A permanent lunar base, and we're going back to the moon, back to the future, and this time, back to stay.
Return to the moon by 2020 as the launching point for missions beyond.
And by 2025, we expect new spacecraft designed for long journeys to allow us to begin the first ever crewed missions beyond the moon into deep space, into the solar system. Not just to visit, but to stay.
It marks an important step in returning American astronauts to the moon.
We will return American astronauts to the moon.
Yes,
within the next 5 years.
We're going to go to the moon. We're going to have a base on the moon. We're going to send people to Mars and make life multiplanetary.
The United States will return astronauts to the lunar surface. We will establish the first lunar base camp and the first station in lunar orbit. We intend to land an international astronaut on the surface of the moon by the end of the decade.
So what we did 60 years ago, we've been talking about for another 20 years, and now it's going to take 30 years. If we've done it already, why can't we just do it again?
Y'all don't find this oddly convenient and suspicious that a whole shipping container with preserved chicken, that chicken is still fresh when it hits that sand, just washes up in Jamaica? There's no traces of the ship where this container mysteriously fell from. There hasn't been any claim from any business reporting missing inventory. If I'm handling inventory for my business and thousands of chicken packages randomly disappear, you don't think I'm going to report it? You don't think that shipping container that weighs 1,000 pounds would be further out in the beach? How did it make its way all the way to the shore, just perfectly placed there? And for me doing some research, I found out that chicken spoils quickly. It doesn't take a long time for chicken to go bad. These chickens don't look rotten to me. They look perfectly preserved. You see when something is too good to be true and they're like setting a stage and everything looks perfect? This is exactly what's going on right here. We cannot be that gullible as a society. There's way too many red flags and there's way too many things that are not adding up with this. I'm still waiting on that business to report their missing inventory, because that's way too much chicken for you to not say nothing and for you to not report it. My people in Jamaica, don't eat this. Don't eat this chicken.
So I've seen this doing the rounds lately. So this shipment just lands perfectly on a beach in Jamaica, and people are obviously, if they need it, they need it, right? But like he said, that seems fishy to me.
Before I fall to the system, I'm gonna try and do good with my gifting and pray to the Lord for some wisdom. Pray. Hopefully someone will listen. Amen.